these movies aren't just movies. I remember a time in my neighborhood, in my state, where there were no gangs, maybe a couple. And after this movie was released, along with its song, overnight, gangs sprung up everywhere. And I mean that literally. See, these movies hatch on to those with similar minds and similar values. And they could be 1,000 feet away. They'll just be similar. So it sparks the mind to do that same thing. And that's why we have the gang problem we have now, because of movies like this and others that came after it. I've said it before. If you don't understand metaphors, you have no business watching movies.
To avoid fainting, keep repeating. It is
Now let's talk about menace to society. See, the only thing Colors really truly did was brought the gang culture and brought gangbanging. It was literally street fights. But menace to society brought a whole new phase of drive-bys, of shooting, of retaliation is a must. The mindset of us to murder each other even more came directly from menace to society. And that's just the truth about the whole matter. Now, these movies get in your psyche to a whole nother level. That's why people keep on repeating these movies years upon years after they've been released. And I'll show you something on the next one that brings that clear, painfully clear, even so. That's why so many people believe these movies to be real.
Keep repeating. It is
Now let's talk about Friday, the movie that everybody is repeating right now. There's 17-year-olds running around repeating stuff from Friday, and wasn't even alive when it came out. That part. Now, what do you say about that? Do you still believe it is only a movie, or is it something deeper? How do you watch something that gets in your psyche so much that you're still running around saying, hey, it's Friday, you ain't got nothing to do. So many memes of bye, Felicia, and all that madness, because it's more than just a movie, and you have to watch what you're putting in your psyche. Period.
To avoid fainting, keep repeating. It is
Now, as they focus on murder for the men, they focus on whoredom, harlots for the women. Now, this movie Players Club came out and everybody acted like it was the greatest thing. All the women was watching this movie, and this movie actually promoted women to want to be strippers. Look at the strip clubs, how they blew up after this movie came out. It's just mind-boggling to me, because the woman, the main character, was raped. Her sister was raped. It was violence. It was a bunch of monster stuff going down in that strip club. And that still, as a movie, the only thing it's showing of our women, the only way they can get some glory is to be dancing nasty, to be whores. And that's what they're pumping today, where they won't even show our women like that or our men like that, except they're pushing some type of agenda. So this is another one that was put into our society to further drive us away from the Lord God Almighty.
To avoid fainting, keep repeating. It is sights and sounds far beyond anything you've tested. Take as much as you can.
If The Last House on the Left and Friday the 13th and Texas Chainsaw Massacres are just movies, then right after those movies came out, there was way more serial killers. All you gotta do is do the knowledge. All you gotta do is do the studying, and you can see that is true. The wild violence in all movies, like I said before, those whose psyches be similar, this is what it's going to produce. And that's why after the 70s, All these serial killers came out the woodworks. They go into those movies and they actually get off on those movies because it's more than just a movie. It's MK Ultra on a way bigger scale. I will set no wicked thing before my eyes. I hate the work of them to turn aside. It shall not stick to me. All praises to the Most High. It's back to the laws, y'all, and watch what you're injecting to your brain, just like you gotta watch what you eat.